right, man. One of AJ's biggest fans, Anthony Joshua to be exact, Johnny Nelson, says that despite Anthony Joshua saying even if he loses to Andy Ruiz, he wants to continue on for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. He doesn't believe that to be the case. I'll link the article in the description. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you got business question, inquiry, response, video requests. All the links in the description. Appreciate the love, support. Goodfella Sports TV. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. And I agree with Johnny Nelson. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't see AJ working his way back up after being on top of the mountaintop. Now, if you want to go over to the UK and be a domestic level fighter again, and he can make a lot of money doing that, and he got a huge fan base. But it's easier said than done. Okay? It is. Saying that I'm going to do something, and then when it's time to do it and get to work, it didn't actually do it. We all have procrastinated about things. And I think Johnny Nelson is speaking from a fighter's perspective. I don't think he's speaking from a fan's perspective, or I think he putting his, he was a fighter. I think he putting himself in Anthony Joshua's shoes, and it ain't like Anthony Joshua need to go on if he really getting 20, 30, 40, $50 million a fight, and I'm hearing he getting about, Baby Miller said he getting about $75 million for this fight. He don't need it no more. He did something that a lot of guys will never do, and that's hold 3 major belts in the heavyweight division. He knocked out Vladimir Klitschko. He made Vladimir Klitschko look exciting. Who can do that? You know what I'm saying? And, it'd be interesting. If he continues on, I'll be shocked if he loses. But, what else he supposed to say? It looks like a cash out. It smells like a cash out. It feels like a cash out. It seems like Eddie Hearn is just trying to bet the house. It's like you in the casino and you down to your last $100. You done spent a few bands in there. You trying to get it all back. You say, I'm going to leave if I break even. And what Eddie Hearn is trying to do is hoping and wishing and praying. He said it. Barry Hearn said they don't feel confident. It may not be the right decision to put him back in there with Andy Ruiz. And obviously, we all said that. He should have had a tune-up and then came back and did it. But the way the contract was worded, where they had to have a rematch by a certain amount of time. And ultimately, that hurt them. But they never wanted the belt to get into like Wilder hands or Fury hands. Ruiz lose it real quick, then they go right back to them. Now AJ got to go through them. So I believe if he put up a valiant effort, or if he get knocked out, he done. If he win, obviously he continues on. But if he really had a concussion, you really had a tough camp, last time out, and then he has a good camp this time out, he should win, right? But I agree with Johnny Nelson. Man, when you got everything, you done reached the pinnacle of the sport, you did everything besides be undisputed, you making all this money. I just don't see him continuing on. But, I hope he does. I hope he does continue on and build himself back up and challenge, Fury and Wilder and whoever else up there for the titles. But in my opinion, he'd be looked at as a gatekeeper. Not any gatekeeper. I think he'd be looked at as a gatekeeper for Dan Du Bois. I think that'd be a big fight. I think that's a fight. If he do lose this fight, he build himself back up, beat up Dane Du Bois, or beat a Dillian White coming back up, or he end up fighting Jarrell Miller. There's fights out there for him that people are interested in. I think people still interested in the Miller fight. I think a Dillian White rematch. And then worst case scenario is if he is the gatekeeper, he fights Dane Du Bois. But what if he beat Dane Du Bois? Now he put himself right back in the mix as a top heavyweight. So I think he could do it, but I just don't see AJ being mentally strong enough to do so. And I wish the rematch clause would have been longer. I wish we got an opportunity for him to tune up and Ruiz to fight Puev, and then they come back and do it again. But one thing I will say, I think it was smart for him to stay with Rob McCracken. It's nothing that another coach can do to train him. Look at Jared Hurd. He's training with Shakur Stevenson and them coaches. I've been seeing some clips from ES News and on Instagram and stuff. Like, he's clearly wasn't ready to go into a J-Rock rematch. So what they do, they held him back, and now he's going to take another route, and they working on balance. They working on, his weight distribution and stuff of that nature. And they working on some technical things. And they starting back from basics. AJ and Eddie Hearn had basic time. They couldn't switch everything up, tune up, and then time. That belt could have easily went to Wilder, Fury, Puev, or somebody else, and they didn't want to go that route. Well, not too much Puev, he trash. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think Andy Ruiz, if he beats AJ will retire? Or do you think he really will continue on for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years? Let me know what you guys think. I'll link the article in the description. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out to the email if you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Appreciate the love, support. Want to make a donation, link subscription. Best way to donate is share the video. If you got a video request, my email, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, in that order. It's the quickest way to get in touch with me. One time for the one time. Good Fellow Sports TV. We gone.